week 1 of the conference season, week 4 of the regular season, and we have got Firelands Conference action coming up for you live and free on the OH Report. It's Plymouth at Norwalk St. Paul. We've got all the action, and it is coming up next. Okay, rolling the pregame at 6 minutes. Here we go. And welcome into the RMH Concrete and Foundations pregame show. Chris Bliley along with John Seiler, Brandon Ehrenberg, bringing you all the pictures here today as it's opening night in the Firelands Conference. And it's one I think St. Paul is excited to get to, John. They played a whale of a non-conference schedule.
Oh, they sure did. I mean, for Clinton, Edison, Calvert. Should we talk about the Calvert game?
Right, yes.
And my goodness. Fake field goal, stopped it. Fake punt, stopped it, and then went down and kicked the field goal with 3 seconds to go to win. That doesn't happen a whole heck of a lot in high school football.
It does not.
And it has to carry over to this week.
Coming in, let's take a look here at the Plymouth Big Red as we spotlight their team. They're under head coach John Gillum in his second year, 0-3, trying to build some respectability. You know, you look here at their schedule, 51-0 loss to Lucas in the game with Willard, 50-28, and then shut down last week, 22-6. So they're giving up 41 points a game. They've allowed 50 in 2 of the 3, John.
Right.
You know, and you got a good St. Paul team here today.
And the young man you're looking for to carry the load for Plymouth is Isaiah Miller.
Yes.
Ran for 190 yards and 4 TDs against Willard. It'll be interesting to see if he can do that against St. Paul.
Correct.
You would think Willard's pretty solid on the same level as St. Paul, and if Plymouth can run the ball, keep St. Paul off the field, offense off the field, I think they have a shot.
I agree, and let's talk a little bit about these St. Paul Flyers who come in under Coach Chris Dowdy, obviously replaced a legend here in John Livengood, but you look at the record 1-2, but it's not really indicative of the quality that they've played this year. They come from behind, down trailing 37-9 to Port Clinton, get it to 37-30, recover an onside kick, have a chance there at the end, and then they're 14-10 midway through the third quarter against Edison, who's, again, the only team last year who beat Perkins, and they're pretty dang good.
Edison's pretty dang good.
Yes, so, it's not, and then to get the come-from-behind victory, they trailed 20-6 last night.
Calvert had them on the ropes.
Yes, they did.
As simple as that. Calvert wasn't able to close that game out, but again, congratulations, St. Paul.
Yes.
I mean, they hung in there and got the stop and then took it down and got the field goal.
And we're going to talk about Grant Coonley's 48 of 90, 712 yards passing, 5 touchdowns, junior, so he's going to be a 3-year starter.
Right.
And you're going to find he has got wide receivers all over the place.
Well, and at 6'4", 185.
There he is right there. Those
size young man.
Those are
good numbers.
Yes, those are great numbers. So St. Paul getting ready to run out here on what is homecoming night here for the Flyers. I didn't hear who was pronounced the queen, but maybe try and get that during our halftime show. Plymouth coming out of their facility right now, their locker room, and as what has happened around the area, a fantastic. We were at Western last week. Great job that they've done there. Monroeville Marshfield will have the ribbon cutting for that. But what a great job they've done here at Contractor Stadium.
Beautiful stadium. And again, a perfect night for football.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
it's nice and cool. The temperature's 65 degrees, 70 degrees. I don't think you see any trouble with cramping or anything like that. And the field, look at the field's in great shape.
Yes, it is. We are going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be back.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank! That's better.
And back we are here at Contractor Stadium, where St. Paul will kick off to start the contest here tonight. Kicking for the Flyers is going to be 6'2", 135-pound junior Nate Griffin. Griffin with the big kick last week. This is a short pooch kick. It's going to be taken and falling down on about his 38-yard line. That is where the Plymouth Big Red, that was Weston Kamen, a 5'7" freshman. And you look, you're going to see a lot of, when you get in the Firelands Conference.
The freshman play.
Yeah, freshman play. You're going to see a fabulous freshman for Norwalk St. Paul, Casey Freeze. He's out there at now moving over to right.
23.
23.
Yep.
So, boy, you want to talk about a tight set here, Si.
Yeah, it is.
And turn, flip, and met right at the line of scrimmage. Getting up off that for the St. Paul Flyers, number 56, Cade Hauk. Also, number 2, Nate Sandor. They'll actually give him 2 yards as he crossed the 40 to the 41. Going to be second down and 8 from an absolutely beautiful, beautiful evening here at Whitney Field at Contractor Stadium. Long count. Pitch, ball loose on the ground, and you know I was watching the clock there, Si, and it almost looks like Plymouth is running that clock down.
And which just what we talked about beginning. Take a look at the keys.
Yeah, take a look here real quick. First keys for Plymouth. I said they got to limit St. Paul early, and like
and
you
said, control the clock, which obviously that's what they're attempting to do.
When the Flyers get the ball, we'll check their keys to victory, but it's third down and 9, and what you would think is a passing down here. In motion, pitch it, and that's Isaiah. He gets it out close to the 44, 45-yard line.
5 yards?
Yeah, Miller, the junior. And it's going to set up 4th down. Abel Couch, a freshman, in on that tackle, and that's going to set up 4th down now. You can see there on the Kelly Dieter scoreboard, 10 minutes, 14 seconds to play. And Flyers have Casey Freeze back and snap, and he is going to be bowled under back inside his own 25-yard line. Let's take a look at this on replay.
Yep, just
didn't handle it.
Ball went through his arms. What didn't look? It looked like a pretty good snap.
Sure did, and that's going to set the Flyers up in Plymouth territory with a 1st down and 10 now. That's an A. Miller Excavating 1st down. We'll talk about our sponsors all night here today. As great we have this opportunity to bring you these student athletes and what they can accomplish here on the field. Coonley straight back to pass, looks, throws the quick out. He's got Lindenberger out there. Lindenberger gets past one guy down the sideline, and he is going to be dropped out of bounds right on about the 10. Let's take a look at there. Lindenberger.
Just a straight out.
Yes.
And he just ran over a couple people.
And that's going to bring in, see if they go jumbo package here. They do, very tight set here. And there's a toss to Pocus. Pocus has got nothing but running room, and that is going to be touchdown Flyers. St. Paul with the touchdown. And they lead it now 6-0 on that Pocus touchdown run. On to attempt the extra point. It's going to be Nate Griffin.
Left-handed kicker, left-footed kicker. Left-handed kicker, yes. Yeah. Left-footed kicker.
Coonley gets these snapped out. The kick is away. It is
good
up,
look.
And it is good. With 9:44 to play, opening quarter here from Warren H. Whitney Field at Contractor Stadium. St. Paul leads it 7-0.
Community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank! That's better.
It didn't take the Flyers long.
It did not.
9:44 mark, Nick Pocus rambles in from 10 yards out, and the extra point by Griffin. And St. Paul leads it right now.
Yeah, if you're a little bit too easy if you're Plymouth.
Yeah, I would say so. Definitely a little bit too easy.
Yep.
So see if St. Paul elects to go with that pooch kick again. I thought here tonight, after this kick, we'll talk about the Flyers' key to victory, because you and I got to see the Rough Riders last week, and maybe the game of the year in the FC is going to be next week. Monroeville certainly hopes to have something to say about it.
Monroeville needs to get their quarterback back.
Yes. And great coverage there by the St. Paul Flyers defense. And let's take a look real quick about what St. Paul keys to victory for them here today. I said they need to come out and establish the run. Why do I say that? They're known as a running team.
Correct.
And they've done a lot through the year. I think to beat Western, they're going to have to do a little of both. And John, you said
be themselves.
Yeah.
Just run the football with authority. And all of a sudden, when you get the defensive backs and the linebackers moving up, that's when you can hit the pass.
Yep. So again, here's that 11 guys, within about 10 yards of one another, left to right. And there's a toss, and Well, getting through the line, breaking
nice
a couple.
run.
So
Isaiah Miller.
that defensive line in there. You know, we said we were looking at the roster and we saw a 300-pounder for Plymouth. But,
Right.
I do not see 70 on the field. There's not a 300-pounder out there.
There is not. He obviously is not playing tonight.
So brings up second down. A good run there. It's,
Isaiah Miller.
yeah. As they'll give him 6 on the carry for Miller. Now in motion, this time they pitch it to Keegan Beverly, and Beverly's going to get out close to the first down. And they've got him out marked across the 38. St. Paul saying they recovered the football. But
Nobody else is saying that.
Nobody else is saying that. And let's see. I don't know if St. Paul sending, Plymouth was sending their defense off. They still haven't said anything.
Oh, come on, guys. It's St. Paul ball.
Yep, fumble on the play. It's going to give the ball to the Flyers, and it's going to set up a first down for the Flyers. And ball's going to be the 38, so St. Paul gets it twice. Once at the 25, another time at the 38.
At 38, yeah.
See, St. Paul went through the air. Last time, see what they do so far. Here, looking, they throw it out to Landon Free catches it, runs over.
Nice job.
Defender, he gets it out to the 25. He goes for 13 yards and a St. Paul Flyers first down. Excavating first down.
Yeah, he runs really hard after the catch.
St. Paul.
Tight set here for St. Paul. Drops to Pocus. Pocus going to cut it back inside. Pocus runs around one. Carries 2. Down to the 5. And they're going to mark him down close to the 4-yard line.
21-yard gain.
Number 99, gained a field goal. And number 7,
Focus and running.
Yes, he did. Ran around the right end again with people out in front of him. 21-yard gain. Down to the 4.
Focus adds number 2 here. Turn handoff. Focus straight up the middle.
Yep.
Into the end zone. Flyers touchdown.
Just a simple straight handoff. Nothing there.
Hi guys, I need you all to have a foam finger. At Mechanics Bank, we're all about the community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank. That's better.
And 14-0. The Flyers lead right now. Focus 10, Focus 4.
Right.
Good directional kick can be taken there by Keegan Beverly. Beverly tries to pop it
Flyers.
Number 6, Keegan Beverly returns the kick for the Big Red.
Raphael Gross.
Tackle for St. Paul made by number 57.
Okay, 6 foot, yeah. 6 foot, 180 pound linebacker.
He's the last of many Grosses to have played here at St. Paul. I think he had maybe 4 brothers. All of them fantastic players.
Ball is marked at the 27-yard line. It'll be first down and 10. Big Red.
Plymouth still looking for their first down.
Yeah, well, Plymouth, they're going to have a hard time throwing from this. Boy, St. Paul is so big up front.
Number 11,
Right.
Isaiah Miller, the ball carrier.
Struggling to get any yards with this offense.
Tackle made by number 56.
I agree. It's obvious this is what they committed to.
Yeah.
I mean, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, if you think you can't block them up front if you go 2-3 wide, then you keep it in here, you try to churn out first down
Right.
and not turn it over. They've
Exactly.
already turned it over.
Yes, they have.
Second down and now. Okay, it's play clock inside 8. And we have to get to Keegan Beverly. Beverly's going to be back
Keegan Beverly, the ball
80
carrier.
yards.
Tackle made by number 57, Raphael Gross. And number 32, Abel Calvert. Gain is to the 29-yard line. Brings up the third down. 8.
Start 2 freshmen defense out there. And a big junior class. Something to look forward to.
Right. Here we go, third down and 8.
Again, stay in that bunch formation.
Right. They've certainly not shown any inkling to pass out of this. Here we go.
Rolling, he's got a man open. St. Paul comes with pressure and bringing him down in the backfield.
For Lincoln Distal is the same in the backfield by the Flyers. Number 56, Kate out.
8 out.
Lost is back to the 26-yard line. Brings up fourth down, 11.
That 8-4 Flyers are going to be the Freeze brothers, named in case.
I like that. You can bet they're talking at home.
The Big Red, number 4, Lincoln Distal.
They kick it to
Back
him.
to
Watch
St.
out.
Paul, number 23, Casey Freeze. And number 24, Landon Crew.
Flag kick going to go out. Caught by Coach Fisher on the sideline.
Off the side of his foot.
Yes, off the side of his foot. Now it's going to bring up first down for the Flyers. Third time in the first 6 minutes and 13 seconds before the start. Again, in Big Red territory.
In their territory, right?
I'm not so sure of that. The way they look like
So far.
their lines control the game. You can see the speed
First down,
of St. Paul. You see, maybe they get clearly a shotgun throwing up here. Splitting out wide to the right is Lindenberger and Landon Freeze. 2 receivers to the left.
Going deep.
He's throwing it out there for Lindenberger.
Nice defense.
Yeah, great defense.
Freeze pass intended for number 16, Connor Lindenberger.
He threw that into double coverage. Showed a really nice arm there, but Plymouth's in exactly the right spot. Good defense.
Set up second down and 1. In the shotgun, he's got focus on his right hip. Dropping back up, throws it over the middle to Rosberg. Rosberg carrying defenders forward for the first down.
Number 31, Levi Rosberg. Tackle on the play made by number 10, Gabe Cole. Gain is to the 22-yard line of the Big Red. Putting up for a first down, St. Paul.
Yes, they are right now.
That's Landon Freeze with it. Freeze going to get down inside the 10.
Tackle made by number 6, Keegan Beverly.
Take a look at Freeze here. Great cut
Nice job by the
Gain is
offensive
to the
line.
9-yard line. It'll be first down, goal,
I had
St.
this,
Paul.
the year St. Paul won the state title in 2009. They were 42-0 against Plymouth. I don't think they're going to get there today.
Probably not.
They had a kickoff return. Rolling out, Oscar's open. He's going to keep it, then he throws it into the back of the end zone. I think he was looking to the back of the end zone and he just missed Rosberg there.
Because Rosberg was right basically on the goal line.
Number 2, Nate Sandor, is incomplete. Brings up second down.
53 remaining. It's going to be second down and 9. You could probably go back to that play, and you might get the same thing. Because again, they had Rosberg.
House backfield.
They said they're going to give it to Landon Freeze.
Yep.
Freeze comes it back to the middle of the field and goes in for the Flyers touchdown. Landon Freeze, 9-yard touchdown run. St. Paul down 20. Coach Downey gave up their line to set the equipment on my ass if he was healthy. Yeah. He said our goal is to get really out the football in here and then remain healthy for next week.
Right, big game with Western, sure.
Score with 4 minutes, 48 seconds remaining in the first quarter. St. Paul.
Hi guys, I need you all to have a foam finger. At Mechanics Bank, we're all about the community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank. That's better.
And that we are here
Will be number 12, Nate Griffin.
scoring fest for the St.
Back deep, the Big Red, number 6,
Picking up 3
Keegan
touchdowns
Beverly,
and,
and number 11, Isaiah Miller.
Fortunately for Plymouth, they made it very easy.
They have. They have.
Turnover was easy. 35 yards field. That last one, about a 6 or 7 yard punt.
Right.
And number Pooch.
Look out.
The ball rolling around. Eventually, it's covered by Plymouth. Plymouth will take over on their
Griffin's
own
kick is covered
33-yard
by
line.
number 4, Lincoln
Will be
Nistel.
first down and 10. Starting defense out there for the St. Paul Flyers on that line. Bobcat defense through 73. Zeke Dvorak.
Ball is marked on the 33-yard line. It'll be first down and 10, Big Red.
8 out and 28. Nick Pocus. Talk about the linebackers. Raphael Gross, number 57. We'll call his name. And then Aiden Couch, number 32. Nate Sander. You hear the linebackers a lot. They really fly to the football here. There's a toss. Got a little bit of room.
Yes, he did. Got to the outside.
Casey Freeze.
11, Isaiah Miller, the ball carrier.
After about a
Tackle made by number 23, Casey Freeze. And number 52, Rocco Rizzo. Gain is to the 36-yard line.
all names team.
Makes it second down.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's all name team, absolutely. Plymouth did a nice job getting the outside on that play. That's the first time they've done that tonight.
Handoff straight up the middle. Big hit in there by St. Paul before they can.
Number 11, Isaiah Miller, the ball carrier.
Nick Pocus. Nick's already got
Tackle made by number 28, Nick Pocus.
Yeah, plays a little bit of defense
Raphael
too.
Gross. Gain is to the 39-yard line.
Nick had a brother come through here.
Brings up third down.
Special football player, I believe. Third down and
looking.
Quarterback keeper.
He's got a little room around the outside, but brought down. I think that's Sandor
Thinking
to
this
get
was
to the edge. It was.
tackle made by number 2, Nate Sandor.
Outside linebacker, Nate
It
Sandor.
looked like he was going to be able to turn that up the field.
About 1 on the play.
One
Brings up
here at
4th
the
down.
40-yard line. Sounds like they're going to go for it here.
Why not?
Well, yeah, I mean, he didn't have a whole lot of success punting it.
Yeah, when that play started again, and they sent the tailback around the end looking for a block, and the quarterback followed him. And from our vantage point, it looked like he was going to turn the corner. The linebacker came up and made a nice stop.
They only tried to put it in the air once, and then they were sacked. And they can say close jump there.
Timeout.
Big hit.
We'll let you see some of our sponsors for tonight's game.
community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank! That's better.
Second quarter from Contractors Stadium here, Whitney Field, as it's opening night in the Firelands Conference. I forgot to check some scores here for you as we get a chance. Everybody, well, I shouldn't say everybody having opening week in the conference. Some of those teams,
right,
where there's only 5-6 teams in their conference.
Right, not playing till week 5 or week 6.
Yeah, there's a loose ball on the field. It's picked up by a deep offensive lineman, number 99, Kanan Kilgore.
Well, he prevented the turnover.
Yes, he did. Junior, 6'1", 200 pounds.
Here's Plymouth 3rd and 1. So this is the best position they've been in all night.
Wait, think you get up under center here and
take it right up the middle.
Do a little tush.
Agreed. Need a first down in the worst way.
Distal, your quarterback. Wait, maybe a yard behind him, and Lincoln looks, pitches it, and big hit there.
My goodness.
It's going to be first down yard. Keegan Beverly on that carry.
Tackle made by number 2, Nate Sandor.
Nate Sandor came up and lowered.
Yes, he did.
That'll be good for an E. Miller excavating
First down of the night for Plymouth.
Even Sandor felt that when he's kind of limping back to the.
Yeah, that was a big time hit.
Big red huddle there. I can't say I've seen this offensive alignment.
No, ever.
Looks like something you do in 8-man.
I agree.
First and 10, just underway here in the second quarter. And the quarterback almost slips, stumbles, he throws it, and he's got a receiver out there, good for a first down. Across midfield.
Complete to number 6, Keegan Beverly.
Keegan Beverly.
Tackle made by number 31, Levi Rosberg. Gains to the 43-yard line. St. Paul, good enough for a first down. Big red.
Yep. Tripped coming out of the backfield and righted himself and threw a dart.
Well, different in the high school game. If you trip in any part of that body, the knee or elbow goes down, you're down. If you get in the pro game, you can get up.
Correct. But showed some nice balance there. Threw a dart. Nice catch. First down Plymouth.
Toss it to Beverly. And wow, big time hit up there.
Number 6, Keegan Beverly, the ball carrier.
Outside linebacker, number 32.
Tackle made by number 57, Raphael Gross. And number 32, Abel Calvert.
Set up second down.
No gate on the play.
And Plymouth being able to
Brings up second down, 10.
move the football, get a couple first downs here, and what they want to do, run some clock.
Correct. Take that play clock all the way down to under 5 seconds. Keep St. Paul's offense off the field.
Motion. Miller's going to get it. He maybe going to get
Number 11, Isaiah Miller, the ball carrier.
third down now.
Tackle made by number 32, Abel Calvert.
Just not a lot
And
of
number
room.
50,
There is not.
Raphael Gross.
Well, you know, and you'd almost think, John, that there's just so many players in a small area. Open up a hole there.
You better be running really hard in there because, I mean, St. Paul's got 7, 8 in the box, 3 deep, 8 in the box within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Tell you what, you're in St. Paul territory, so you don't lose a bunch of yards here. It's probably 4-down territory. And the quarterback, I think, was going to snap it.
I think he was looking for a pitch there on the counter.
Yeah, he was looking for the pitch.
Yep.
But that's going to be a loss of about, I thought they were going to mark it back up to 49. They're going to mark it to 46. And it's going to set up 4th down now. They will bring around. We'll see if St. Paul maybe sends somebody back a little deeper.
Right.
Because good punt that last time.
Deep punt formation. Deep punt formation for the Big Red, number 4. Thinking this will.
Yes, it is.
And ball loose. Picked up by Casey Freeze. Freeze has got room. Cuts it back to the middle. Down to the outside across the 30. Still on his feet. Out to the 35-yard line. And that's where St. Paul will take over. First down. Nice, averted disaster there, and that was able to
Showed some speed.
turn it into,
Yep.
to a positive play.
And to throw things off.
Ball is marked on the 35-yard line. It'll be first down and 10. St. Paul.
First down and 10 from 35. Running games look crisp. They've, the passing game, they're usually not known as Air Flyers.
Correct.
Even though their logo is Flyers. They usually love to chew it up on the ground.
Yep, they run the ball.
Yeah, there's a toss to Freeze. Freeze down the sideline. And he is going to be, actually, that's
Pocus.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Focus on the carry. And that's going to be good. For a first down, it's an 8-yard excavating first down. He gets out close to midfield at the 49-yard line. Down and 10. Turn fake.
All day.
Yeah, we'll throw it out to Rosberg. Rosberg on the catch out there. Let's take a look at that one here on replay.
Yeah,
that one was right on the money.
Yes, it was. He's back there looking, pitch and catch. That was nice.
To the 36-yard line of the Big Red.
Catch
Good
there
enough for a
by
first down.
Rosberg.
St. Paul.
Good for another 8-yard excavating first down. Now at the 36-yard line, so that one goes for exactly 15. Sandor comes in motion. They run it to Freeze the other way. Freeze is going to be met at about the 31-yard line. We'll get it down to 30.
Freeze the
It's
ball
going to be a
carrier.
gain of 6. And bring up second
Made by
down.
number 22, Dylan Schnatz.
You see, I think we talked about it. St. Paul with probably half dozen kids wearing Guardian helmets.
Interesting. Yep. They have the option. I know they wear them during practice, and they have the option to wear them during the game and during practice. And you're right. I count about 6, 7 kids that are wearing that Guardian extra protection on the helmet.
Handoff straight up the middle, running over a defender.
Focus.
Take a look at that one on replay.
Yeah, this is just pure off tackle, big time block, and then just runs over the safety.
Didn't get touched till he got to about the 23-yard line, and then he used his yak yards after contact
Yards after contact.
to bring up an 8-yard excavating first down. Now the 19-yard line. Student body left with Landon Freeze. Freeze cuts it outside, and that's going to be good. It looks like for first down yardage.
Ball carrier.
Take a look at Freeze here.
Thinking this will
Beautiful cut.
gain us to the 10-yard line.
Falls forward inside the
First down, goal, St. Paul.
Full first down and goal now as the chain crew across the way gets a little break. They can set them down. The down marker guys.
Right, but the chain crew gets to take a look. Who do we have? Ball on the 9.
On the 9. Freeze and Pocus in the backfield. It's Pocus. Pocus straight up the middle. Pocus pushes down near the goal line. And no signal yet. They're going to say down at about the 1-yard line. Take a look here at that replay.
Inside handoff, right over the guard.
Freeze with a great block.
Yeah.
Brings up second down, goal.
St. Paul now second down and goal. As they look to tack on points 27 and 28. Of course, the OHSA running clock, I think it's second half only.
Correct.
30 points. And that one is going to be in for a touchdown. Norwalk St. Paul, and that is Puckett with his third touchdown run of the day. That's what I was going to A. Miller excavating replay there.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
Great article several years ago from award-winning sports editor from the Toronto Reflector, Mark Hazel.
Okay.
Went into the story on Warren H. Whitney Field. So it's a great donation to the city. Many years ago.
I was just going to say it's got to be a while ago. Yeah. Because it was always Whitney Field.
Yes. Good.
Yep, all the way back to the 10.
Bringing it right side. A host of flyers. Casey Freeze in there. Casey Freeze. Bottom of the pile. Raphael Gross, 57.
Yeah. Tough kid.
Raphael finished 5th last year as a sophomore in state football. I have to check. I'm going to check it out because we have St. Paul head wrestling coach up here in the booth with Sam Springer. And I believe one of the Grosses either finished second or might have won a state championship. I want to be careful what I say.
Right. Ball is marked on the 17-yard line. First down and 10. Big Red.
For Plymouth. And the second half is going to go quick side. It might be light when this one is.
Yep.
Straight up the middle.
That is one tough run.
Made by number 2, Nate Sandor, and number 21, Steve Kogorak. Gain is to the 19-yard line. He's up second down. 9-8.
Second down and 8, let's call it. Here in quarter number 2. Play clock down to 15.
Yeah, they're gonna take it all the way down under 10. That's for sure.
Bristol looking at the play clock, sees it at 5. Now at 4, 3, and he's going to snap it with very little time left. He's got a blocker out there, but those St. Paul linebackers just fly to the ball.
Yes, they do.
Lincoln Disco, the ball carrier.
You know, and then you got somebody that
Made by number 57, Raphael Gross.
Obviously has closing speed.
he starts at defensive end. He's a running back,
Right.
but he's also a defensive end.
Right.
And you want to talk about quickness. Third down.
Yeah, Pocus at 6'1", 190. Nice sized young man. And when he hits you from the defensive end spot, you know it.
Bellevue up 13-0 at Norwalk right now. BAF, Bellevue Athletic Field. His yards out over the 21, but not nearly enough. Plymouth is going to need another big kick here to keep St. Paul out of their territory.
Right.
To the 21-yard line.
It's going to set up 4th down and 6.
So what kind of punt we get off of this young man?
Well, St. Paul's the type of team that they don't need, you leave them 2.5 minutes left and only half the field to go.
Right.
That's not a problem.
Back deep for St. Paul, number 23, Casey Freeze, and number 24, Landon Freeze.
Landon and Casey Freeze back deep. Punt away. Fair catch called for.
Nice catch.
Just inside of Plymouth territory.
Casey Freeze makes the fair catch.
49-yard line, and that's where St. Paul will take over 1st down and 10. So 3 Pocus runs and a freeze run. St. Paul doing it all on the ground so far, side.
Just they have
Marked at the 50-yard line.
just dominating, like you said, offensive line, blocking really well, and plus it doesn't hurt the way these tailbacks Pocus run the ball. They run with authority. A lot of times they're down the field 6, 7, 8 yards before they get touched.
We'll move it back to midfield and quick out to Lindenberger. Lindenberger is going to get
Good pass.
Play. Let's take a look at that one. That's a known access orthopedic replay.
Just 2 steps and boom.
He is to the 42-yard line.
Second down, and now when you're second and short, St. Paul's got a ton of options here.
Take your shot.
Yes. Running a little bit of time off the clock here. Play clock down to 15, 2nd down and 3 for the Flyers. 3 receivers in the set. Straight back to
There you
pass,
go.
and he's going to go to Sandor. Wide open over the middle, and he is going to go into the end zone. Untouched from 42 yards out. That is good for a St. Paul Flyer touchdown. Big touchdown play right there. We'll take a look at that one here.
Yeah, they put 5 guys in the pattern, just split the defense right down the middle, hit him in the numbers. Nice throw.
Over the touchdown.
Number 12, Nate Griffin. Holder, number 11.
For point 35 now.
Long snapper, number 22.
Down the field, a Griffin. Griffin kicks up, splits the uprights, and the Flyers lead it 35-0. 2:05 to play, opening half of Contractor Stadium. The Gulf Flyers, as they lead it 35-0.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
So St. Paul scores through the air, as that time they use a 42-yard pass from Cooley to Sandor. I believe he came out of the tight end position.
He did.
And,
He did.
They opened up the middle of the field by sending 4 wide receivers outside
Correct.
the hashes.
And just split the defense, just confused them a little bit. Pass was right on the money. Caught it, just turned in, and nothing but green in front of him.
I'm going to guess, I don't know this, but St. Paul probably going to let Plymouth wind this down.
I would
they
think.
certainly could use their timeout.
I would think.
And that one's going to go in the end zone, so no time going to come off the clock. I used to do this, but my favorite guy at St. Paul delivering the goodies right now, Danny Grimes.
All right.
Got any Philly cheesesteaks in there tonight, Danny? Let's go with the second half. All right. Big thank you to everybody here at St. Paul. It's a beautiful night here for football. And they'll mark it out on the 20-yard line. You see they're 35-0 on the Kelly Dieter scoreboard. I want to thank Kelly. Not only does she sponsor St. Paul football and volleyball, she also sponsors Monroeville football and volleyball.
Nice.
So very nice. Doing a great job as a first-term state rep here in our area. I like what Coach Dowdy's doing here.
Just leave it, yep.
Let them run the clock there, as there's no sense of.
And number 56, Kate Howe.
Looks like they'll have to snap this one around 1 to 10. So I think they can almost run it out here if they elect to. I always said I was good at, I love these kind of situations on TV because I'm yelling at the TV, why aren't you taking a time?
Right.
Why aren't you?
I think they're running it out here.
Second down as we go down inside a minute 17.
Fumble the snap.
And on the fumble, St. Paul is going to come up with the football. See if we can see that here.
Never got the ball. Yep.
Center quarterback exchange coming off the bottom of the pile for St. Paul. I think was Casey Freeze. So now you got a minute 10 to go, and I don't think you're going to ask your players to,
kneel down.
Kneel down here. So
probably
I
not.
Assume St. Paul's going to run it, and Plymouth's going to have to stop them.
A handful of pocus here, I would bet.
Yeah, we see it's a backfield of Pocus and Landon Freeze. And there's a handoff to Freeze.
Oh, nice job.
Brought down in the backfield. It's going to be about a loss of 2.
Nice play by Isaiah Miller.
Back to the 21-yard line. Brings up second down.
To the 21. St. Paul not looking very excited to get to the line of scrimmage here. And St. Paul, if they don't score here, they could elect to run out the clock.
Right.
Let's see what they do. Handoff straight up the middle to Freeze. Freeze is going to
Watch
pop
out.
outside the numbers. Freeze is going to go down inside the 5, and Freeze is going to go into the end zone for the Flyer touchdown. Freeze, 22-yard touchdown. And let's take a look at that one here.
Yeah, that's a lot of individual effort there. There's you broke a tackle there, broke a tackle there. Yeah,
He
nice
stepped out of
job.
bounds.
Yep.
Boy, great job there. And St. Paul now leads at 41-0. Griffin on and holds down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So 27 seconds remaining here in the opening half. St. Paul adds on to their lead. They lead at 42-0.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
back we are here at Contractors Stadium, Whitney Field, as the Flyers lead it now 42-0 as Landon Freeze took the final 22 yards to pay dirt there.
Yeah, that was a really nice run by Freeze.
I'm going to assume we're going to have one kneel down here, and you're going to get to see a couple bands perform here today. Griffin kicks it away, it falls down, and then just rolling over and covering it up is Kaden Kilgore.
Kaden Kilgore covers the kick.
I even see a few new linemen coming out here right now for St. Paul. I would think they'd probably, I think...
Take a knee right here?
Well, yeah, but I think, Coach Dowdy's going to want to see his offense maybe come out and score one possession in the second half, and after that, you'll see all second-teamers, I would guess. When you're a Division 7 school, you really don't have third-teamers.
No, you don't. No, you do not. That's what you have.
I would say they look like they're in kneel formation, but that's the formation they've lined up with pretty much. And long look, turn, and they will hand it off. And that's not going to go anywhere, as St. Paul is going to bring that one down. And looks like with 13 seconds left, Plymouth says, let's go to the locker room and see if we can't regroup here. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. With that, we've come to the end of our first half of football. It's been all Flyers. St. Paul 42 and Plymouth nothing.
Being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank! That's better.
Every time that we walk in, we know we're going to walk into a place that's very clean, and when we walk in, we have a professional environment to come to. The reliability of Pinnacle is always on the spot. We've been with them 16 years so far. They're committed, they are professional, they are very transparent with their pricing, and they excel at meeting every goal and every need we have.
OH.REPORT brings you local high school sports coverage like nobody else. In football, basketball, baseball, volleyball, softball, soccer, wrestling, track and field. If it's happening in our area, we're streaming it.
On the 500 greatest songs of all time list, and was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2018. Featuring a routine from our majorettes, here is Steppenwolf's Born to Be Wild.
over there, boy.
Our next hit this evening is with a song from the indie pop band Bastille. This tune was released as their fourth single in their studio album Bad Blood in 2013. It peaked at number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming one of their most successful singles, featuring a solo from senior Lexi Beverly on trumpet and a routine by senior Riley Gowitzka. Here is Pompeii.
I got water on me. We conclude our performance this evening with a hit from the American New Wave band, the B-52s. The song was released in their 5th studio album, Cosmic Thing. It reached number 3 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100, becoming one of their most iconic songs. Here is Love Shack.
Try to make some sense of it. I got it. Whitmer done for the season, right? Whitmer's done for the season. Right. Break his wrist? Yeah. I heard he had surgery this week.
Broke his wrist?
Yeah.
Throwing hand?
I don't know. About first downs for
Four. 2.
passing yards for Plymouth. 15.
I got it. 20. I got that too. They have rushed for 31 yards. 32 yards, whatever. 32. Yep.
So that's going to be 53 total. We'll pull it up if I see it wrong like that. It's right in the post.
Yep.
Turnover. See it?
Yep. 1 for 10 yards. I do not.
Okay, St. Paul.
13.
We would like to thank you for your attention tonight and would like to extend our thanks and appreciation for the continued support from our band boosters. Thank you and go Big Reds.
So she might like just like work in the office at the school. But my favorite grads are
No problem, I understand.
Yeah, I just want to get this band logo off of there.
I understand.
St. Paul 13 first down.
Yep.
Introducing the St. Paul Marching Brass under the direction of Mr. Jacob Connolly and Mr. Robert Futrell. The band is led on the field tonight by President Ali Takas, Vice President Chloe Hazelwood, and Secretary Jillian Wilnow. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Marching Flyers. Tonight we present you our rock show with hits from the 70s, 80s, and today. We begin with the 1978 song from the B-52. The song launched the band's career and became one of their signature tunes. Please enjoy our band playing a rousing rendition of the
Except they only gave him half the distance, so it's actually 12.
Yeah. I'll go with 12.
Yeah.
the TV.
Okay.
Okay, so that helps. Yeah. So I just have to go find them, plug them, and then set them.
We continue our show tonight with the 1980 hit from Pat Benatar. Coming from her best-selling album, Crimes of Passion, this song was her first top 10 hit in the United States, peaking at #1 on the U.S. rock trade charts. Selling well over 1 million copies, this is one of Benatar's most iconic and recognizable tracks. Here is Hit Me With Your Best Shot.
Whatever.
Hopewell 42 nothing Calvert. He must be the real deal.
Hopewell's winning 40.
Region 25.
Hopewell's winning 42 nothing. Calvert. Well, they beat Edison.
Right.
And so they must be the real deal for that.
Jumping ahead a few decades, traveling through the ages of rock music all the way to 2013 in a band called Fall Out Boy. After a 3-year hiatus starting in 2010, Fall Out Boy came back on the scene in a big way with this song. Certified as triple platinum by the end of the year, the song was named Serious Excellence #1 song of 2013 and is still instantly recognizable 12 years later. It's one of those songs that's just impossible to not sing along. For our final out tonight, we hope you enjoy our band lighting it up. My songs
Yeah, if the bands are still out there. Yeah.
Left in the first quarter, 9-yard touchdown run by
Because we have a 2-minute commercial. But I want to get our sponsor mentioned. Right here.
being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank! That's better.
Every time that we walk in, we know we're going to walk into a place that's very clean, and when we walk in, we have a professional environment to come to. The reliability of Pinnacle is always on the spot. We've been with them 16 years so far. They're committed, they are professional, they are very transparent with their pricing, and they excel at meeting every goal and every need we have.
OH Report brings you local high school sports coverage like nobody else. In football, basketball, baseball, volleyball, softball, soccer, wrestling, track and field. If it's happening in our area, we're streaming it.
We also have the winning number for tonight's 50-50.
And back we are at the half here. St. Paul 42, Plymouth nothing, Cy. And we can take a look at some of the statistics here. And all you have to see is 237 yards to 53.
Right.
That's a big difference. Of course,
first downs 13-2, passing yards 83-20. Yeah, St. Paul has dominated. Obviously, it's 42-0.
Well, and they've got a program that's one of the better small school programs in the state of Ohio. I mean, they're looking for their 14th straight playoff appearance.
Correct.
Plymouth just trying to build some momentum, as a program under Coach Gillum. But yeah, 83-20 on the passing yards, 154-33 on the rushing yards, total 237-53. Plymouth didn't help themselves out at all there with 2 turnovers.
In their end of the field, yeah.
And a bad punt, which basically turns into another turnover.
Right.
So,
Get basically 21 points gifted right off the bat.
Yep. But I want to thank RMH Concrete and Foundations, your halftime sponsor, as we are just about ready to get underway here in the second half, with the Flyers leading it 42-0. And
St. Paul's going to receive.
Yep, we're going to send it back for a quick timeout, and then we'll be back with the second half kickoff. That's the RMH Concrete and Foundations halftime show from Contractor Stadium.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
Now move into the third quarter here, and look at that. Before they even kick off, the clock is running.
Clock is running, yeah.
Again, the rule in the OHSAA, once it hits 30-point lead in the second half, basically the only time you can stop the clock is with your 3 timeouts.
Right.
And I don't think Plymouth has any problem with
No.
this clock running.
They have been overmatched right from the start.
Try to keep you updated on some scores in the area. In the Sandusky Bay Conference Lake Division, Bellevue leads Norwalk 13-0. Kick going to be taken by Pocus at the 15. Pocus right up the middle, and Pocus going to get it out across the 40 to the 41, and that's where the Flyers are going to take over first down and 10. It's A. Miller Excavating first down. Padua leads the Sandusky Blue Streets 13-6. Ontario now on top of Clear Fork, and that's a big one, 10-7.
Yeah, that's a good game.
Edison Chargers lead Johntown Northridge 10-0. Monroeville 53, South Central 0, and St. Paul looks like they got another quarterback in there.
Yep, number 5.
Number 5 is Zach Roth, and handoff straight up the middle.
Number 32,
Abel Couch. This might be the all-freshman backfield here.
Number 6,
as that was Abel Couch.
Gains to the 41-yard line. Good enough for a first down. St. Paul.
That one's going to go for about 18 yards. So I think the night's over for the majority of the
Pocus,
starters.
yep.
Pocus probably landed freeze, other than, if catching punts. Maybe they stay out there on defense. And good running off tackle right. And that is the freshman Casey Free. So this is a freshman.
Yep.
And both of these kids start on defense. So
Yep, there's a gain of 7.
Something to reckon with here in the future.
You can just tell by the size that these are younger kids.
Now we've got, I think, 5 kids with Guardian helmets
right
there for St. Paul right now. In under center is Zach Roth, and Couch is going to pop it outside, and he's going to be brought down inside the 25, down to the 22. That'll be good for A. Miller Excavating first down. John, we're going to get some chicken wings early tonight.
Yes, we are.
Even though we had the running clock last, I think it was the start of the fourth quarter when Western put it on Winford last.
Right.
Try to get some replays too of these young kids running it.
Yeah, they work as hard as the starters.
So handoff, running with it, popping it outside, Abel Couch, and he's going to go in, but not before a holding penalty.
Saw it, yep.
Looks like it's going to come down on the Flyers.
32, Abel Couch, ball carrier.
And so going on the interior portion of the Flyer line there.
Penalty on the field.
We'll back them up. Only their second penalty tonight.
Preliminary indication is holding.
Oddly, they were penalized for 12 yards in the first half as they had a defensive pass interference, which was
half the distance, right?
The ball is marked on the 24-yard line.
I think we got a bunch of, we're surrounded again side by legends. We had old Edison wrestling coach and St. Paul wrestling coach Pat Welfley. Sitting down in front of us.
Quality individual.
Yep.
Good guy. Yep.
We got the boys from 92-3 next to us. Josh Bowman and Brock Manlick. And right up the middle, still on his feet, dragging. Take a look at this here, John. Casey Freeze.
Yep. Cut it right back across the grain and still going.
Gain is to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down.
I've got all the penalty yards and more. So
back.
First down and goal now for the Flyers from the 6-yard line. Running the play in for St. Paul is Jefferson Indorbia, 6'2", 155-pound junior, wide receiver. Handoff Abel. Abel straight up the middle. Abel dives towards the goal line, and he is going to be brought down inches shy of the goal line. It'll be second down.
Tackle made by number 11, Isaiah Miller.
And 10, or second down and
Gain
goal
is to
for
the
the
1-yard line.
Flyers.
Brings up second down, goal.
St. Paul, 6 touchdowns, 5 via the rush, and 1 via the pass.
And one gorgeous pass right down the middle of the field.
a seamer that they found Nate Sandor on. So bringing the play in for the Flyers, Isaac Kalashevsky, 6 foot, 150-pound junior. They'll stay with the 2 freshmen in the backfield. And handoff, Abel. Abel goes into the end zone, untouched for the touchdown. St. Paul with the 1-yard touchdown run for Abel Couch. The Flyers will look to add one more and make it 49-0.
Holder number 11, Grant Coonley.
Griffin, been a perfect 6 for 6 tomorrow.
Yeah, good-looking kicker.
And hit the big one last week.
You can see.
3 seconds.
Yeah, he's
Calvert
got,
to get the win.
bad. There you go, bad snap.
Yeah, but he's got it. He rolls. He's going to throw it back in the end zone, and it's broken up. Nice defensive play there. As that one is broken up, let's take a look at that touchdown run by Abel Couch.
2 freshmen, yeah.
He gets a good block from Freeze. Freeze
Yep.
really didn't have anybody.
No, the line did the work there.
Timeout with 6:13 to play on a running clock in the third quarter. It's all St. Paul. They lead it 48-0.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
And back we are here at kicking off for St. Paul will be number 12,
Stadium, Warren H. Whitney Field. Where St. Paul is putting on a show, and I think their opponent next week, Western Reserve, they lead 37-0 over Mapleton at halftime. So these two teams
On a collision course.
Yeah, on a collision course, doing what they wanted to do. Get their A team in there and shore up some things maybe you're working on and
Right.
get them out healthy.
Well, I'm sure that pass to the tight end down the middle is on the list.
Yes.
I mean, that was one beautiful play. Didn't matter who you're playing against, but gave it 4 wide receivers. He hit him right in the numbers, was wide open.
So I know it's going to go quick, but let's take a look here for Plymouth. They are going to get Mapleton next week, so a winnable game.
Sure.
Maybe they could pick up number 2. Then they've got Crestview, Western, and Monroeville back-to-back later in the season. If you look here for the Flyers, Western Reserve next week,
right.
And then maybe a lesser opponent in New London. They get Crestview. Nice thing about St. Paul is they get some games off in between, their big games. And so maybe that will help them. And
I mean, right now it's setting up, Western Reserve next week. 2 of the top teams in the Finals Conference.
And Western beat St. Paul last year. I believe it was 21-7. But St. Paul went in probably as a pretty heavy underdog into Marshfield in Week 10 and found a way to win on a 2-point conversion
Late, yep.
at the end of regulation.
Yep, late.
Yeah. And won it as I think it was Landon Freeze who caught the 2-point catch. So 2nd down and 9 for Plymouth. There's a toss. And it looks like St. Paul's still staying, at least right now, with the first team defense. I'm looking for some numbers out there.
Tackle made by number 52, Rocco Rizzo.
Rocco
number
Rizzo.
57, Rafael Gross. Gain is to the 30-yard line. Picks up 3rd down, 7.
There.
3rd and 7.
Yep. Landon Freeze still out there at 1. I see
Sarter out there, Lindenberger, and
Yep.
Rosberg both back.
I don't think, is Pocus still out there at defensive end? Must be, if he is, he's playing on the left side. I don't believe he is.
Here we go, third down.
Yeah.
Delay a game.
The penalty on the field.
Kind of just shows you the kind of
5
night.
yards
If
against
you look
the Big
there
Red
at
for
Kelly
delay of
Dieter,
game.
State representative scoreboard, 48-0. St. Paul over Plymouth as they're on their way to 2-2. After an 0-2 start, I think that's something they're going to be pretty happy with.
Right. Well, again, look at the level of competition they play
Correct.
early. I mean,
Correct.
that certainly makes a difference, and they've done that year in, year out. And then get into the Firelands Conference, and maybe, you don't get an Edison in the Firelands Conference. All the Western Reserve's pretty good. We saw them last week. Pass.
Quarterback rolling out, looks, throws it, underthrows. I think, I noticed, and we featured him, and he's really been shut down, Isaiah Miller, but he's out there playing, and if you watch him, he's walking back towards the huddle right now. He is limping. I mean,
Yep. He got hit pretty hard a couple times. Yep.
Somewhere out there.
Yep.
But staying with it. Give me a chance. Here, we'll talk about some of our sponsors. Our pre-half and post-game sponsor, RMH Concrete, proud supporters of all St. Paul athletes. And thought Plymouth was going to call a timeout.
Oh, good kick.
Good kick. St. Paul going to let it bounce. Then it bounces back towards midfield, and the ball will be taken down at the 46-yard line. That's where St. Paul is going to set up first down and 10. Our scoreboard sponsor, Kelly Dieter. Find out more about the state representative at kellydieter.com. Also want to thank Gnomes Access Orthopedics. They're our instant replay sponsor. Orthopedic services in Norwalk and Sandusky. Accepting new patients now. Savista Bank, our player of the game, MVP, proudly celebrating 140 years of community banking. And new quarterback in for
Number
the Flyers.
4.
Number 4, Mason Heidinger. He is a freshman, and he is going to hand off to a new running back.
Number 25, Bronson Cecil, the ball carrier.
Bronson Cecil, 5'8", 140-pound junior, is going to pull it ahead for 7 yards.
Grant Anderson gained it to the 47-yard line.
Our timeout and our first down sponsor is A. Miller Excavating, using the latest technology to provide a full range of earth-moving services for local builders, businesses, and municipalities in Lorain and Erie County. Also like to thank Avita Home Health, providing high-quality community health care and improving the quality of health and families throughout their lifespan. 2 more that we'll mention here shortly. Carry up the middle, and I think they've got it marked about a half-yard shy. Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank.
And number 7.
And then finally, Pinnacle Building Services, elevating your professional space with tailored cleaning solutions that promise unmatched quality and reliability. Those are our sponsors for tonight's game, and this will probably be the final play of the third
quarter, right? With that running clock, it doesn't take long. But one thing you notice is even the reserves, they're up to the line.
Yep.
They're not jumping. Their handoffs are crisp. Nice defense. Good
Great
stop.
defense there
Yep.
on the stop.
Number 3, Ty Reynolds, the ball carrier.
Ty Reynolds in on the carry there.
Has some fans right below us. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
But with that, that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. It's all Flyers as St. Paul leads it 48-0.
Hi guys, I need you all to have a foam finger. At Mechanics Bank, Bank, we're all about the community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank! That's better.
So 4th down and 1 for the Flyers as we go to quarter number 4 on a running clock. 48-0. St. Paul back to punt. Landon Freeze.
Back deep to the Big Red, number 6, Keegan Beverly.
And good punt. And they're going to let it go, and it's going to hit and then just tumble into the end zone for the touchback. But a good punt there from Freeze. I think that's going to be good for about 48 yards.
Correct.
I mentioned it opening week, but St. Paul got a punter out there right now in college at Iowa State, having quite the career. Travis Perkins, a senior, and punted here for Coach John Livengood. Now playing, what's the head coach at Iowa State? He used to be the old Toledo football coach, Matt Campbell.
Matt Campbell, right.
So 11:34 to play, and not sure which way. If they have a backup quarterback or if they're staying with the same guys. You look at the number of players on the roster, and Plymouth with a lot less.
Yeah, there's only, it looks like about 7 kids on the sideline. There's a timeout.
Timeout. With that timeout, we're going to take a quick timeout and let you see again some of the sponsors that make this game possible.
Community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank! That's better.
Yeah, back we are here at Whitney Field at Contractors Stadium. There's 11:08 to play. Clock will run after the snap. 1st down and 10 as Plymouth had to use a timeout there. I think they've got a couple new people in there at quarterback for Plymouth right now. Looks like it's Gabe Cole. He is a 5'11", 145-pound sophomore. And there's a fumble, I believe, on the play. Not sure who came up with it. St. Paul says they do. Let's take a look on a replay here.
New QB, and just never got the snap.
That's a Gnomes Access Orthopedic replay, and with that, the St. Paul Flyers are going to have the football.
1st down and 10. The Big Red.
And
the Big Red 18-yard line.
48-0. We'll start the clock here. And now they'll wind it. I don't know if they do that on turnover, you know,
I don't know.
after a punt, maybe they stop it till they get the change set, everything. But either way, the clock runs now.
A lot of little guys out there.
Yeah, still
a lot
in
of
there.
freshmen.
Quarterback is Mason Heidinger. Heidinger hands it off, cutting it to the outside, and he is going to get into the end zone for the touchdown. And let's see the number on that flyer. Come up with a number sign. Ty Reynolds.
Karen number 3.
Let's take a look at that on replay here.
Just showing some speed. Got to the outside. Nice job.
Took a big hit at the end, but still
doesn't care.
Just crossed the goal line. And the Flyers lead it. You can see how excited his teammates were.
Absolutely.
On to attempt the extra point.
He didn't even feel that hit.
No, Nate Griffin. Snap down, kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 9:42 to play here, St. Paul now leads it 55-0.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
.42 remains as the Flyers push 7 more across, and they now lead it 55-0. Griffin going to need to ice that leg.
Yes, he is.
Off a lot,
and
had extra
6 for 7 on the extra points. Oh, good kick.
Kick back to the 5-yard line. And running, looking, and boy, just barreled under by 3 St. Paul Flyers. Tell you what, if I saw Rafael Gross coming at me, I might just go down.
I might just say, yeah, let's play again tomorrow.
So 9:18 to play, and what is a good homecoming night. I'm going to see if I can find out who our queen was. Who's the queen?
Ball is marked on the 13-yard line. It'll be first down and 10. Big Red.
See if I can get an answer on who the queen and king were here tonight. Something new for St. Paul side, back under the Livengood era. All the games were played on Saturday nights.
Okay.
And, you know, they're playing them on Friday nights this year. Everyone but the opener against Port Clinton. So, first down and 10. And the ball's going to go into the end zone, and it's going to be a safety.
Yeah.
As St. Paul is going to pick up 2 more points on that safety. And now it's going to be a free kick for Plymouth. With that, we'll take a quick timeout before they figure out whether they want to kick it or punt it.
Community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank. That's better.
I'm with you.
And back we are here, 8:41 to go. And they're just going to kick this one away. I'm going to assume that St. Paul's just going to roll over on it. I don't know. They've got Casey Freeze and Casey Freeze and Pocus back deep.
Good kick.
And they call for a fair catch, and it will be taken at the 36-yard line. So
number 23, Casey Freeze, makes the fair catch.
That's where they will take over, first down and 10.
Ball is marked on the 37-yard line.
Once they get those chains set, they'll start to run the clock. I actually thought they ran it.
I thought
more.
the same thing.
You know, I didn't think they had to get the chain set, but evidently they do. They still have yet to wind the clock. And now
there
he
we go.
signals to wind it. So first down at 10, St. Paul. Turn handoff. Popping it outside. I think that was 25. Bronson Cecil.
Cecil, yep. He gets 5 yards.
Yeah.
Gaines to the 42-yard line. Brings up second down, 5.
Second down at 5 for the Flyers. As again, St. Paul has set up the game in what I think could be the game in the Firelands Conference. Western Reserve coming into Contractor Stadium next Friday night. We will have it live and free on the OH Report on YouTube and Facebook. Just over 2 hours old in this broadcast.
Bronson Cecil, ball carrier.
Imagine if we didn't have a running clock.
Right.
You know, we'd be here a long time.
We'd be here till 11
scoring,
o'clock, yep.
A lot of, punts in that on the Plymouth side.
Gaines to the 43.
And again, this is what happens in, conferences where you have teams that, teams like Western and St. Paul, and they're playing the smaller schools without that football history. Plymouth has been, history of a good basketball school.
Correct.
With the Turson, Brad Turson.
Correct.
Coaching all his boys. And
yep. But not so much in football.
No.
Oh, and good tackle.
Great tackle.
Yep.
It's going to be out close to.
That was Reynolds again.
Yep. And St. Paul looks like they're going to send their punt crew out.
Gaines to the 46-yard line.
I'd be curious, though. I know the people up here well, and that run the clock, that run the scoreboard, and they're spot on. They're waiting for the official, to wind it.
Right.
I'm wondering if he's winding it on change of possessions at the right time.
I don't
Seems
know
like
the
he's
answer to that.
allowing
Yep.
A lot of time not to come off the clock, which could.
Sending the punt, number 24, Landon Freeze.
Freeze to punt.
Back deep, number 10, Gabe Cole.
Good punt. Cole's going to catch it, and he is going to be
Stacked
brought
up.
down after about a 3-yard gain. And with that, they'll get the change down there.
Receives the punt and is tackled by number
It'll be a
56,
change of possession.
And number 57, Raphael Gross.
There's that Gross kid again on the tackle.
They have mentioned his
Yeah.
name a lot, haven't
Yes, they have.
Ball is marked on the 25-yard line. It'll be first down and 10. Big Red.
Plays football at 180. I bet he's wrestling. 175, 167. Yeah, he's a load.
Don't forget, we'll have our Savista Wealth Management MVP. Have him up here, hopefully within 3 or 4 minutes after the game ends.
For a big-time interview.
Yep. And we've already decided on that. It's going to be Nick Pocus, not for just his 4 touchdown performance,
Right.
but boy, he played some really, really
Good
strong
defense.
out there. And looks like a lot of the second teamers on defense out there. That's going to bring us down inside 5 minutes to go.
By number 25, Bronson Cecil.
So
and
Nick Pocus will be our MVP.
Jefferson Incorvaya.
Trying to think, when St. Paul played Port Clinton, they had a lot of big-time performances, but Port Clinton ended up their wide receiver ended up being the MVP.
Yep,
of that
outstanding.
Game. We will have 3 more Flyer games, all home contests for you. Western Reserve, I think South Central. There's a fumble on the field. Ball still loose, and finally picked up by Plymouth.
It's mishandled in the backfield. Recovered for the Big Red by
Plymouth's going to recover it.
73.
That's going to bring up 3rd down. I'm trying. The one thing I can decide, my only problem tonight is my possession arrow. I just haven't decided how to get it on one of them.
That's not bad.
So I'm just keeping it off.
If that's the only problem we have, that's not bad.
Well, hey, the dice not over.
Well, that's true.
Let's hope that's the case, though. So 3rd down and 9. And a handoff. Pushing forward out close to the 30 where it's going to set up 4th down. And I'm thinking they'll punt it away here, and then St. Paul should be able to just
run it out. Yep.
8:56 right now. This game's going to end right around 9 o'clock.
Right.
What time did we get the sidelines last week, Si? Was it about 9:45?
It was 9:45.
So we got a chance to beat that.
Team 12 formation for the Big Red. Number 4, Lincoln.
Flying solo tonight, though. This might be a pick up freight house and go home.
There you go.
And number 24, Landon.
High snap. Kick is away, end over end. It's going
Bad
to take
bounce.
a flyer
Yep.
bounce. Roll back down to the 35-yard line, and that's where St. Paul is going to take over. 1st down and 10, leading at 57-0. And again, with 2:40 on the clock, St. Paul just going to be able to. I'm going to guess they're going to hand it off, but I don't think you'll see any toss sweeps on the outside.
No.
Probably some off.
And they may just take a knee here, Chris.
I think Coach Dowdy might be telling them, listen, if for some reason you break free, you go down.
Agreed. Awful lot of young kids, though, got to be on the big field.
Yes. But again, it's going to be down to about 2:05 before they even take this snap. Mason Heidinger staying in there at quarterback. And it looks like they are in the victory formation, so St. Paul just going to snap it a few times. And good practice for the quarterback to get it down there and snap it.
That's the right thing to do.
Not get a penalty. Going to bring up 2nd down. Again, next week, next Friday, 7 p.m.
Big game.
Get here early. The stands are going to be full.
Be a great atmosphere. Hope they get this kind of weather.
Great atmosphere.
And 2 really good teams just flat out just having at it.
It looks like St. Paul got out of this healthy here tonight.
Yeah, I didn't see anybody limping, anybody hurt.
I heard rumor that the Western quarterback who was out the Winford game we had is going to remain out.
Correct.
I
really?
thought maybe he would be back this week, but I'm hearing now that he may be out. So we'll have to. That's Hayden Keith, I believe his name was. We thought Colton Negro, we were giving him some votes for MVP last week.
He got big-time props, yep.
So down inside the final minute. Right now. As they waited out. I can tell you one thing. If you snapped it with 50, nobody's going to start that play clock till it gets under 40.
Right.
Everybody hoping this is the final snap of the game. And St. Paul takes a knee. It'll bring up 4th down, but with that, that's going to bring us to our completion of this one here today. And John, it was all St. Paul, 57-0.
57-0. Started right off the bat with a couple turnovers. St. Paul Plymouth side of the field and just dominated right from the opening whistle.
We'll let it get down.
There's some good sportsmanship there.
Yes. There's some St. Paul players hugging some Plymouth players right now as they'll line up on the 50. And we count it down here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. St. Paul going to get out of here. Move to 2-2 on the season with a 57-0 victory over the Plymouth Big Red. We will have our MVP as soon as we can get him up here.
Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
Community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank! That's better.
Every time that we walk in, we know we're going to walk into a place that's very clean, and when we walk in, we have a professional environment to come to. The reliability of Pinnacle is always on the spot. We've been with them 16 years so far. They're committed, they are professional, they are very transparent with their pricing, and they excel at meeting every goal and every need we have.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
are here as the Flyers come away with a big victory here, 57-0. As you see, St. Paul gets Western Reserve next week. Plymouth gets Mapleton, and Mapleton took it on the chin from Western Reserve tonight. So big win, 57-0 for the St. Paul Flyers. Take a look at some of their crowd down there celebrating a homecoming night, as it turned out to be a big homecoming victory for the Flyers. Sydney Englert, your homecoming queen.
I didn't